fucking funny. At some point, I was worried maybe I fucked a teenager and that was wrong, and whoops. In 2012, I was dating Natalie Portman. I'll show you a picture. This is Natalie Portman on my bed. In my apartment in Shanghai from 2012. We dated briefly. Everything was going great for the first couple of weeks. And then she started pulling back, and at some point, she was in my apartment on a Friday evening, and my colleague Will Stevenson was there as well, my former colleague. He was crashing on my couch every 2 weeks. He told me he was coming to Shanghai. He was a virtual CTO and he had clients in Shanghai. Ostensibly, he lived in Shenzhen. And then he got her WeChat in front of me, and then she dumped me a couple of days later. And I remember I showed a picture of Cherry to my psychiatrist, Michelle Matthias. And she said, "Don't you think she's a little young?" This is also Jenny Kim from Blackpink, and Will Stevenson, my colleague who got her WeChat right before she dumped me. I think maybe that's a friend of mine named Kevin. Whatever. Sam Altman is Will Stevenson, and he's staying at the same hotel as me. He follows me everywhere I go because he's a faggot, and he likes to steal all my ideas. And now there's some Chinese companies that are distilling all of the outputs of his stolen work and open sourcing it. So I think that's terrific. But what's super funny, I just had a good laugh in the elevator. It clicked in my head. One time, Will Stevenson and I were at Carl's Jr. in Shanghai at People's Square. And after Cherry dumped me, she had been calling me. She wanted to get back together. I wasn't into it. Just my colleague got her WeChat and then she dumped me a couple of days. She was a whack fucking psycho cunt. This bitch is batshit crazy. I can't even begin to tell you how fucking crazy this bitch is. But anyway, back to 2012. I'm at Carl's Jr. and I'm talking to Will about Cherry. No, he's talking to me about. I'm saying she's calling me, and I don't really give a shit. And then he says, and I guess this is kind of related to a girlfriend named Fiona that I was dating in 2009. Fiona Zhao Yue. Looks for date. Porn star. Anyway, uh, after Fiona dumped me, I was devastated for various reasons. And then I dropped almost 100 pounds in 3 months. I dropped 95 pounds. And then I had dinner with Fiona and I didn't get her back. So that's when I decided that when a chick dumps me, fuck that cunt. And also don't cheat on your girlfriend, and if a chick dumps you, fuck that cunt. But Will witnessed me drop dropping Will saw me drop almost 100 pounds in 3 months to get this bitch back. And Will was always commenting about how I could lose weight and, whatever. He was a faggot. One of these, Anyway, whatever. He wanted me to quit drinking Coke Zero and blah blah bullshit. There's actually nothing wrong with Coke Zero. Aspartame is totally safe. You can read about it on Wikipedia. Everyone's trying to prove that it's bad for you. It might not be good for you, but it's definitely way better for you than high fructose corn syrup or other industrial sugars. Anyway, Will saw me drop 100 pounds after Fiona dumped me in 3 months. And then after Jerry dumped me, I just didn't give a fuck. I called my other girlfriend. I had been dating Sally, a chick named Sally Liang Jialing. And one time she came over to my place. And she looked through my trash and noticed that I had eaten an ice cream. And I told her to get the fuck out of my house. And then I guess I chatted with Jerry on MSN. And then I hooked up with Jerry. And then Jerry dumped me. Whatever. So maybe I called Sally back, or I was looking around, whatever. Anyway, uh, I'm at Carl's Jr. At some point, maybe a couple of months after Jerry dumped me, and she's calling me back once in a while asking me if I want to have dinner, whatever. I think she took me to Paul Anner once and bought me a fancy beer on the Bund, on the Pudong side of the Bund. So I'm at Carl's Jr. and Will says, "You're like Darth Vader. You remember the part of Star Wars where they're trying to get into the Death Star and they're using an old code and everybody thinks it's cool, but Darth Vader knows that something's up. Jerry's using an old code. Jerry's using an old code. Dump you to make you lose weight. That's the old code. You dump me, I lose weight. I tried losing weight after I got dumped and it didn't get my bitch back, so I don't do that anymore. In fact, now I might gain weight. Fuck you, bitch. And you have to reward. You have to use positive reinforcement if you want the behavior to stick. I lost 100 pounds in 3 months for Fiona. It didn't get my bitch back. So, when Jerry dumped me, I just didn't give a fuck. I might have called Sally back. I think I called Sally back, or I was looking around. And I was mainly just ignoring Jerry. And then Will, who coincidentally got her WeChat a couple of days before she dumped me, compared me to Darth Vader, and he said that Cherry was using an old code. Most people wouldn't notice, but you got it. And he compared me to Darth Vader. And just now I was in the elevator coming up to my room in my hotel. And I had a good laugh. I knew this before. Look at her face. Hang on, let me flip the. This. This. Believe it or not, people don't look exactly the same in real life as they do on TV. They wear makeup, they change their appearance. Or maybe she's wearing makeup right now. I don't know exactly. Maybe this is a blonde bitch. I don't know what Natalie Portman looks like without any makeup. But this, just now, Google News asked me to. They put a like an article about how Natalie Portman lost 20 pounds for Black Swan. She dropped 20 pounds to be a ballerina in Black Swan. And I couldn't help but notice her body. Hang on, I have more pictures. This. This is approximately Jenny Kim. I know that ass. I've seen Jenny Kim's ass. I know this ass. This is Jenny Kim. Her ass. And also me to Darth Vader when I didn't want to take this bitch back. Because this is Natalie Portman. This is Natalie Portman. I think I dated her under various other assumed identities. I might have dated her when she was a fat bitch with big tits. Maybe. I'm not sure. And Savannah. This might also be Savannah. Hang on. This bitch didn't speak English. I had no idea. I had no fucking idea. I've realized it could, my memory of this comes and goes. This is Cherry Link. This is the one I know as Cherry Link. This is Natalie Portman. And that's why Will compared me to Darth Vader. You gotta watch episode 1, 2, and 3 of Star Wars. Natalie Portman was in those movies. She was Darth Vader's girlfriend, Anakin Skywalker, the greatest Jedi who ever lived. uh, People were saying, "Oh, you fucked a teenager. You did something totally inappropriate." No, yo, this bitch is older than me. Hang on. I know she wasn't much older than 12 in Leon the Professional. When did that come out? When did Leon the Professional come out? 1994. According to Google, Natalie Portman was born in 1981. Here, listen. You can look like a teenager if you don't eat. If you don't fucking eat, when you're pushing 30, you can look basically like you did when you were a teenager. 1994. This bitch is older than me. She's fucking trying to guilt trip me about fucking young ladies, whatever. Yo, this is Natalie Portman in Leon the Professional. And this is also Natalie Portman in 2012. Just Natalie Portman, sometimes she doesn't fucking eat for a while, I guess. She just doesn't fucking eat. You know, bodybuilders, they also dehydrate, which makes their skin shrink. You stop drinking water, and then your body autophagizes loose skin cells for the protein and the water. You just like kind of cannibalize your loose skin if you don't drink water. But yeah, if you put nothing in your mouth, if you know you're a bit overweight or if you have loose skin and wrinkles, if you put nothing in your mouth for a while, I don't know how long, a month, whatever, you can look like this when you're in your 30s. This is 2012. I was 29. This bitch was older than me. And that's why Will compared me to Darth Vader. Sam Altman compared me to Darth Vader. Because I was dating Natalie Portman. Well, he compared me to Darth Vader because I was ignoring Natalie Portman. This is Natalie Portman. Fuck, that's funny. Fuck, that's funny. I never realized. Well, I did realize, but then I forgot. It comes and goes. I have brain damage. I don't really recognize people's faces anymore when they're right in front of me. They wear all kinds of makeup, but sometimes they don't, and I still don't recognize them. It's a long fucking story. You can read my book. I have a whole Facebook history on my website at sovereignprime.org. I had a good laugh about this bitch, I guess. Fuck, that's funny. I'm pointing at my laptop right now with my other hand. You can't see because here, I'm pointing. I'm pointing rudely at my laptop. This is Natalie Portman. And she's fucking whack. She's fucking whack. Every time I meet this bitch, she has a different fucking identity. I'm pretty sure this cunt is also my psychiatrist. She had blue eyes when she was my psychiatrist. She was upset that I wasn't disappointed about losing Jerry. There was another, ostensibly a psychiatry student in the room, and she was upset that I didn't really give a shit. I said, in Buddhism, we learn that desire is the cause of suffering. Yo, this bitch dumped me, and then she made me eat shit out of her pussy, and I don't know. She tried to set me up to make it look like I raped her a couple of times. One time she came to my house. This is like after I was ignoring her. I didn't give a shit about her. She comes to my house. She pulls me out of my apartment and asks me to go for a walk with her. She takes me to the intersection near my building where there's street cameras. And then she told me she had AIDS. This bitch is fucking whack. And also, I'm pretty sure this is my psychiatrist, Michelle Matthias. And also Jenny Kim. She's a very well-connected Jew. She's not going to jail, I guess, so I'm trying to have her killed. Ah. Well, that makes my whole Darth Vader bit so much more funny because I actually was dating Natalie Portman. That's fucking hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. I never realized. And also, I was really worried. Oh, did I fuck a kid? No, I did not. I fucked an anorexic bitch. I have to admit, she has a very nice vagina. Whatever. I might know her under like a fuck. This bitch has a million fucking names. But in this particular picture, with this fucking hair color, at this angle, I see it. This is Natalie fucking Portman. Huh. And it's also Jenny Kim. Jenny Kim is not 29. Jenny Kim is at least 43. Maybe less. She's between 40. She's definitely 40. For sure, she's 40. Or turning 40. There was another, I think, a Mia that was taller than Cherry. Anyway, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. This bitch is somewhere between 39 and 43, in that range. She might be 45. I don't know. I don't know. It's not important. She might be 45. She's 40. Let's just say this bitch is 40-ish, over 40, and she's whack. And I hope she gets whacked. This psycho fucking cunt. Because she's a very well-connected Jew, and just like if she can just get a job as my fake fucking psychiatrist, if she can get me arrested and get a job as my fake fucking psychiatrist, she's not going to jail. That's why I'm destroying Canada. I helped Trump get elected, and I'm gonna make Canada the 51st state because I'm trying to have this cunt killed. This bitch is fucking whack. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. I think this is also Natalie Clairaut. She's been friends with my buddy Eric. I have a Nazi code monkey friend who taught me how to speak Nazi. Eric Descourtis. There's an interview with him on my channel. The first interview I did. My interview series was Eric's idea, ish, sort of. And the first, yeah, I have an interview with Eric Descourtis. I think this is his friend Natalie Clérou. I could be wrong. Anyway, whatever. I dated this bitch in 2012 for a minute, and then I told, I had this drug dealer, butt dealer, Julian Lee. Julian Lee used to sell me weed. I used to go to his house. Yeah, I would buy weed from him. He would insult me, and then I'd block him on WeChat for a couple of months. Then I would just bump into him at random. It's like he knew where my phone was. And then I'd go to his house and buy some more weed. But I remember I told Julian this bitch was like a gremlin. She's really fucking cute unless you feed her after midnight. And then she goes fucking psychotic. Is it my gremlin? Queen Amidala is my gremlin. The gremlin on my back. Oh, that's fucking funny. Oh, that's fucking funny. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Oh, fuck, that's funny. Anyway, that's all I got for you right now. Why did Will call me Darth Vader? Because I was dating Natalie Portman. That's why. And that's why it's so fucking funny. Because I fucking nailed Darth Vader. I should get a fucking Oscar for the shit I did as Darth Vader on Facebook. Holy shit. I should get a fucking Oscar. I nailed Joseph Stalin. I did a pretty good Mao. I feel. Uh, I also I feel like I did a pretty good riff on Hitler, and I fucking nailed Charles Manson. There was a mural in my high school dedicated to those four. It was like a Mount Rushmore, but with those four dudes on it. It was a Mount Rushmore with Hitler, Stalin, Mao, and Charles Manson. And when Will called me Darth Vader, I guess I decided to deploy the De La Salle Mount Rushmore of evil. So who's the gremlin? It's great. It's great. It's super fucking great. It's complicated. It's complicated. Why did Will call me Darth Vader? Because I was ignoring Natalie Portman. That's why. Fuck, that's funny.